I only constructively criticized you one time when you went on the Bill Maher show, politically incorrect, when he called himself a house N-word on national TV. And you were a guest not long after that. And you forgave him without any interrogation or accountability to the black community whatsoever. You didn't make him make a donation. You should have made that man make a sizable donation. You should have made him commit himself to a cause to help alleviate miseducation, mass incarceration, gentrification, police genocide, or access to wealth. There's a lot you could have made him do to earn your forgiveness, brother. There's water under the bridge now. It's over. We all make mistakes. But I felt as a spokesperson for the African American community, Dr. Dyson, I felt that you should have been a little bit more forceful, assertive, and stern with Bill Maher before you forgave him. That's all, brother. It's water under the bridge. With that being said, if you ever are up for a respectful scholar-to-scholar debate, if you are ever looking for some intellectual gymnastics, scholar to scholar, Garvey versus Du Bois, integrationist versus nationalist, respectfully, my big brother, Dr. Dyson, I would be willing to oblige you if you are ever interested in such an intellectual discourse. I respect you. Kudos to you. You're one of our great minds, and the Prince of Pan-Africanism will be waiting for that respectful debate. Let me get back to my topic. Let me get back to the topic. Let me get back to the topic. We don't need no more negativity in the black community. We don't need any more negativity in the black community. Let us continue. In the classroom or workplace, inattention and impulsiveness are evidenced by not sticking to the task. The person often gives the impression that he or she is not listening or has not heard what has been said. Work is often messy and performed carelessly and impulsively. Impulsiveness is often demonstrated by blurting out answers to questions before they are completed, making comments out of turn, failing to await one's turn in group, failing to heed directions fully before beginning to respond to assignments, interrupting the teacher during a lesson, and interrupting or talking to other children during quiet work periods. Hyperactivity may be evidenced by difficulty remaining seated, excessive jumping, running in the classroom, fidgeting, manipulating objects, twisting, and wiggling in the seat. Are you kidding me, brothers and sisters? Are you kidding me, brothers and sisters? Are you kidding me that because you twist and wiggle in the seat, didn't we always twist and wiggle in the seat? Weren't the seats too hard? Weren't the seats too hard and uncomfortable? And you had to sit in the seat. Does anybody remember elementary school back in the 1980s? Does anybody remember when we were in elementary school? Okay. When I was at Meade Elementary School, 18th and Oxford Street. When I was at Duckery Elementary School, 16th and Diamond. When I was at Hartranft Preschool on Cumberland. Do you know how hard those ghetto school seats were? And then you tall, so you really ain't comfortable. And then you ain't got no backside because of your European ancestors, so your butt hurt even more. I twisted and turned all day. Go ask my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Mack. Go ask my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Robinson. Go ask my black history teacher, Mrs. Green. Go ask my 6th grade teacher, who was white, Mrs. Lube. They'll tell you Umar twisted and turned, and he was the tallest thing in the class. But I got my work done. Brothers and sisters, we can't allow somebody to come and define our children's reality. Stop letting people come and define your children's reality. Nobody should be coming to you telling you what your child can and can't do. We have to stop allowing that to happen. Washington, D.C., in Baltimore, You guys are going to be done together. You should have been January 2nd and 3rd, but I received word that the mayor of D.C. was shutting the city down due to COVID. I was told that the mayor of Washington, D.C. was shutting the city down due to COVID, and that's why I couldn't have the book signing in D.C. on January the 2nd, but that's not a problem. Baltimore and D.C. will still get their book signing. Baltimore and D.C. will still get their book signing in the new year. Okay? But we're starting off in Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman area. Rochester, January the 2nd. So if he date her, then he want to date another sister, he got to make it known to Team Pan-African and our Council of Elders. And so then you're going to have to sit down with Uncle Ifa Tunde. You're going to have to sit down with Uncle Ifa Tunde. You would have to sit down with Uncle Ifa Tunde and explain how you just dated her last month and now you want to date this sister this month. And then we're going to ban you from the FDMG campus for anti-African behavior. We're going to ban you from the FDMG campus for anti-African behavior, brothers and sisters. Yes, brothers and sisters. That's what we're going to do. Somebody said talk about the school. There's nothing else to be talked about. There's nothing else to be talked about. We need the money. You will donate or you don't. And we will wait until we have enough money to finish the job. There's nothing else to talk about. Okay? I know you like hearing me say the same things over and over. But I'm not going to do that today. It's the first day of Kwanzaa. I'm in good spirits. The ancestors are with me in good spirits, brothers and sisters. And we're just having our fun. See, if it's not for you, learn how to keep moving. One of the biggest problems we have is people, if something ain't for you, you don't know how to keep it moving. Because you have no life. Somebody asked me yesterday, why don't you start a YouTube page? I don't ever want to become slave to social network. My YouTubian beta male stalkers, making Umar videos is their whole life. That's their whole life. They literally wake up, go to work, if they go to work, because half of them don't have a job. And then when they come home from work, they just make Umar videos. That's all they do. Yesterday was Christmas. They didn't even spend it with their children. Yesterday was Christmas. They didn't even spend it with their children. They spent Christmas thinking and dreaming about their father, their daddy, Uncle Ifa Tunde. They spent Christmas thinking about their daddy, making videos about their daddy, Uncle Ifa Tunde. I can't believe we are living in an era. I can't believe we are living in an era where it's okay for men to stalk other men. It's okay for men to stalk other men. If these were women, I would understand. Because I'm 6'3", 260, tall, dark, and handsome, North Philly beard. If they were women, I would totally understand this. If they were women, I would totally understand this. Because I'm 6'3", 260, tall, dark, and handsome, North Philly beard. But I'm not a woman, I'm a man. Why are they stalking me? Why are men stalking men? Why? I will never hate on a man because I can't be him. I will never do that. You will never see me stalk another man. You will never see me make a single video about another man unless it's over an issue. We talking about the school. We talking about black consciousness. That's different. When I got at Dr. Dyson for his handling of the Bill Maher, that was based on the issue, not him, the issue. One time, that's it. 5 minutes, that's it. Somebody said, who are Dr. Umar's ancestors that are with him? That's none of your business. And I want y'all to get used to something in the new year. One of my New Year's resolutions, listen to me now. One of my New Year's resolutions is to start telling people it's none of your damn business. Get used to hearing. I have to stop discussing things that are none of your damn business. He said, which ancestors walk with Dr. Umar? That is none of your damn business. What women are Dr. Umar considering for the wifey position? That is none of your damn business. How much money is Dr. Umar spending on the carpentry at FDMG? That is none of your damn business. Y'all going to have to get used to that because you're going to hear a lot of that. You interviewers who like to ask questions that are none of your damn business. Get used to that in 2021. Get used to that in 2021. So, the DSM-5, which is the new manual, has made diagnosing ADHD easier than before. Easier than before. And not only is it easier to diagnose ADHD, they have given you 2 extra. Pay attention, mothers and fathers. I need y'all to hear this. We're going to 3 o'clock. I got 25 minutes. They have given you 2 extra ADHD categories you can use if you still want to shaft a black boy in ADHD. So even if he don't meet the criteria for ADHD, you can still diagnose him. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. I'm going to say it again. Y'all didn't hear what I just said, so I'm going to say it again. Even if he don't meet the criteria for ADHD, you can still diagnose him. According to the DSM-5, even if he don't meet the full criteria for ADHD, you can still diagnose him. The 2 new categories are other specified ADHD and unspecified ADHD. Listen to this. Other specified ADHD and unspecified ADHD. Let's read. Other specified ADHD. This category applies to presentations of ADHD in which symptoms characteristic of ADHD that cause clinically significant distress but do not meet the full criteria. Did y'all hear that? Do not meet the full criteria. Did y'all hear that? Do not meet the full criteria. You can still diagnose. The other specified ADHD is used in situations in which the clinician chooses to communicate the reason that the presentation does not meet the criteria for ADHD. Did y'all hear what I just said? I'm going to read it again. I'm going to read it again because y'all don't believe me. I'm reading straight from the book I am quoting, DSM-5. The other specified ADHD disorder category is used in situations in which the clinician chooses to communicate the specific reason that the presentation does not meet ADHD criteria. You can still diagnose the kid even if they don't meet ADHD. I am reading straight from the book. I hope y'all heard me. I hope y'all heard me. Somebody said, do any of his baby mamas ever speak out? Dear Orchid Hill, that is none of your damn business. Why are you worried about baby mama number 1 and baby mama number 2? And the only reason why I'm not going to mention their names is I don't need you guys to try to dox them out of respect for my daughters. It's none of your business. Why are the mothers of my children any of your concern? It's none of your damn business. My oldest child is an adult. She is a young lady. She is none of your damn business. So, the unspecified ADHD says, This category applies to presentations in which symptoms characteristic of ADHD that cause clinically significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning predominate but do not meet the full criteria. Did y'all hear that? Do not meet the full criteria for ADHD or any of the disorders in the neurodevelopmental disorders diagnostic class.